Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, so thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Alfredo, to interview you. How are you today?
Yes, you're always welcome, ma'am. I am so great today. I just finished my class at school this morning, actually.
Okay, so you are in what country right now?
I am now in Uzbekistan. I am pursuing
Uzbekistan.
my, yeah, I am pursuing my English teaching career here.
Okay, prior to Uzbekistan, you were teaching in
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah, I was there for almost 4 years. Then I left Vietnam last month, December 15.
And then you're now teaching in Uzbekistan. Okay,
Yeah, in Uzbekistan now.
okay, so tell us about your history. Tell us about your life in the Philippines prior to becoming an ESL teacher.
Oh, when I was in the Philippines, I was teaching in one of the private school there for 4 years. Yeah, and I taught there for 4 years in one of the private school, and I decided in my fourth year there in the Philippines, I decided to apply in Vietnam as an ESL teacher. Then I don't know how to start. Then I look for the best um, website provider, TESOL provider, and I found you, the High English. It was not High English before. It
Yeah,
named differently before.
yes, but
I
it's
forgot
now
the
High
name, but
English training. Yeah, it's now High English
yeah,
Training and
yeah.
Assessment Center. And we are happy to have you as one of our pioneer students. Okay. So I remember,
Yeah, thank you.
nagme-message pa tayo noon. Pandemic ba yon? Pandemic, no? Di ba?
Yeah, that was pandemic. I was preparing and I looked for a lot. I messaged a lot of providers, TESOL providers, but you were the one that
Yes,
I
thank you
chose
very much.
from
Yes,
all of them. Yeah.
yes, okay.
It is because cheap, yeah, and the legitimacy is very important also. And since I was teaching in a private school, I got small salary. I decided to choose you because you are providing not only legitimacy but affordable.
Yes, it's our advocacy to help Filipino teachers. Okay? So thank you very much for your appreciation, 'di ba? Nandito naman tayo para tumulong sa mga kapwa nating Pilipino. I remember you were a Filipino teacher, 'di ba? Dito sa Pilipinas?
Yeah, I was a Filipino teacher.
Okay, so what made you decide na parang ay gusto ko na pumunta abroad, gusto ko na magturo abroad? Anong naisip mo nung time na 'yon?
Um, the reason why is that's my dream to become a teacher in other country like Vietnam or Thailand. My first choice was Thailand. Yeah, so but the opportunity came because of one of my friend referred me to the one of the school in Vietnam. So I took that opportunity.
And then you taught English in Vietnam for 4 years also?
For almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years. Oo, sa
Yeah.
mga hindi nakakaalam, mag-FB friends kami ni Alfredo kasi I'm FB friends with
Yes.
most of our students. Tapos nakita ko yung post niya na nagpapatayo siya ng bahay. Sabi ko, wow,
Yeah.
galing. Oo.
Yeah, and also it is also because of uh, my TESOL certificates. That's one of the most important thing that we need to prepare when we are applying for a job as an ESL teacher. So it is um, one of the most thing that I need.
Yes, and we were here for you. Okay, so
Yeah,
tell us about your ESL teaching experience in Vietnam. How was it?
it was really amazing. I can say that it was really amazing because I felt like yung continuing my career there, it is the most important part of my life. It was really because um na mold yung pagiging isang teacher ko as an English teacher. Because in the Philippines, I didn't get the chance to teach English, but I loved English. Yeah, so when I entered Vietnam and I start my career there as an ESL teacher, it was really amazing because na yung pagiging isang teacher as an ESL English, I learned a lot from that experience in Vietnam.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you were teaching elementary students, high school, or what? Yeah.
In Vietnam,
Yes,
from pre-kindy actually, from pre-kindy students, the smallest one,
pre-kindy.
up to
Oh,
IELTS.
okay. So it was
Yeah.
was it a big challenge for you handling kids?
Yeah, it was a big challenge for me. It was a huge adjustment for me. Uh, I think 3 months adjusting. Yeah, that
Mm,
it was really, 3 months nag-adjust ako doon sa Vietnam because in the Philippines, nagturo ako ng high school, Filipino language.
okay.
And when I went to Vietnam, my first class was pre-kindy. They
Uh-uh.
are all small and they were like babies, you know. 3 months adjustment.
Tapos
But
after
it was
3 months,
fun.
medyo, yes,
Yeah, medyo
nagustuhan mo
naayos
na
na, okay na.
kung paano sila
Nagagamay-gamay ko na. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your most memorable experience as an English teacher in Vietnam?
In Vietnam, when my students always talk about me. Yeah, they always talk about me, especially the young ones. They always talk about me and I feel like they are just my baby during that time. They are so sweet. They are so happy to see me actually. Yeah, that's the most memorable for me.
Okay, so you deal with very cute kids, very sweet.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So it was not easy. It was not really hard for you to handle them because they love you, they like you.
Yeah, yeah. And I also love young learners.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's why.
So, yes. Okay, so how about your personal life in Vietnam? How was it like? Yeah, like a day in the life of Alfredo after,
A day in the life.
yes.
Because um, we were teaching at night because English Center, it was English Center. We were teaching at night. So we have to teach from Mondays to Sunday. Yeah, but from Monday to Friday, we have to teach at night only because it was an ESL teacher. So um, I have to teach at night only. But Saturday and Sunday, I have to teach from morning to evening. So I only have one day off. That was Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I will talk about my Thursday time, my day, that was my day off. I only stayed in the free accommodation. That was free. So I only stay there and talk with my parents or my family because that's the only time that I can talk to them. Even though I can talk from Mondays to Friday, but in the morning, but Sunday is Thursday is it was my me time. I can say that it was my me time. Yeah, I go to the church. I went to the church every Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah, to
okay.
ask
So,
for guidance. Yeah.
yes. So you're a religious person?
I can say because I always go to church every Thursday, especially Thursday, because cannot I cannot end the day without going to the church.
Okay.
I really have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How has your belief in God helped you in overcoming the challenges as an ESL teacher in Vietnam? And of
This
course,
one I can
missing your
share.
family, being away from your family. Di ba maraming challenges yan eh, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. I want to start with when I was in Manila, POEA. It was really a challenging for me because we were 24 teachers in our batch going to Vietnam that time. And it was really challenging for me because I really need to calm myself because PUEA, when we are applying for OEZ, it was very challenging. Yung kaba, ang bigat ng kaba. Kasi you need requirements. I really need to have requirements from Vietnam. They have to send it to the Philippines originally, the original ones. So, yung kaba as na nag-a-apply ng OEC, kasi baka hindi ka mabigyan or sa immigration also. But the guidance of the Lord, yeah, everything happened so fast and calm.
Okay,
Yeah. And
very
I can say that
smoothly, di ba?
yeah, he guided me all the time. I can feel that he was there all the time. In every minute, every hours of my processing time.
Okay. So parang yun yung
Yeah.
pinakabigat na feeling sa'yo, yung POEA application, hindi yung
Yeah, that
nandun ka na
was,
sa
yeah.
Vietnam at nagtuturo.
No, no.
So
Not when I was in Vietnam.
your life in Vietnam was a breeze, I think. Parang enjoy na
Yes.
enjoy ka doon, na parang, yeah. Okay, so tell me, why did you leave Vietnam?
So
At,
here.
yeah.
So I have been teaching for 4 years in Vietnam. I taught there for 4 years. Then I only have the same routine every day. Wake up in the morning, go cook for myself, go to work, sleep again. So I only have the time to see my friends during Thursday or sometimes in the morning, weekdays morning. But I can feel that it was not because I can teach actually the whole day I can teach. I am not tired because of teaching. It was because of daily routines. Yeah, that was the reason why. I want to have a schedule that I can, that the Saturday and Sunday is only mine, like that.
And then
Just
you
like
found
public
that in
school.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah,
So
in
in Uzbek, you
Uzbekistan.
have 2 days off.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, just like public school in the Philippines. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I am in public school here in Uzbekistan.
So you work for the government.
Yeah, for the government. The ministry hired us to teach in a public school.
Wow, congratulations. So,
Yeah.
how long have you been staying in Uzbekistan?
How long is it was started in December 15. So I think 3 weeks like that.
Okay. So are you loving it there so far?
Yeah, yeah, I am loving it now.
Okay,
The
what do you
weather
like
is
more?
so cold.
Okay.
Yeah, it is colder than Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
It is really different, but I love cold weather, winter vibes, and I am loving here and I am pretty sure and I am confident that I can stay here longer. I can say that
Wow.
now.
Wow, you really have a positive attitude, di ba? Yung parang,
Yeah, I
ganun.
have to. I have to.
Okay.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
We are only two Filipino here in this district,
Mm-hmm.
and it is far from the city. 1 hour travel to the city. So it is really we can say that it's boring because we are only two Filipino here in this district, and there are some Moroccan. There is one Moroccan and one Indian for now.
Okay, so how do you deal with people from different nationalities? 'Di ba parang iba sa Vietnam,
Ah,
maraming Filipinos. I'm sure sa Vietnam parang lahat kayo doon Pilipino mga teacher, 'di ba?
yeah, a lot of Filipino teachers there in Vietnam. But now here, since in Vietnam I stayed or I lived in a place which is there are only 6 Filipino teachers there in a district in Vietnam. So I get used to it. And even here in Uzbekistan, they are so friendly. People are friendly. They are trying to communicate with you, and they are excited to see you. If they know that you are a foreigner from Philippines or other country, they are really want to talk with you. It is there for in my school. I am the first foreign teachers there.
Oy, wow! Wow! Oh my
And
gosh!
this,
Talaga
yeah, this is
naman,
the first
oo.
time, and this is the first time that they see or saw a foreigner.
Ah! Okay, so you're
Yeah,
the representative of the Philippines
yeah,
in
in this
Uzbekistan.
school, yeah. That's why I am so happy because they are so friendly.
Oh, I'm so proud of you because you're a graduate of high English and making waves in
Yeah, and I
Uzbekistan.
have to thank you.
Thank you
I
also.
always wanted to thank you personally. I have to thank you personally next when I go to the Philippines.
Oh, thank you.
I have to see you. I have to see you.
Yes, I'm so glad that you appreciate what we do and to want to see me personally, to thank me.
Yeah,
Talagang
yeah,
alam mo
I
nga,
really have to. I have to.
yeah, yeah. So nakakaano naman ng puso. So Alfredo, tell me about your finances kasi nakita ko sa Facebook mo talaga nun, nagpapatayo ka ng bahay. So paano ba
Ah,
na ma-budget ng mga Pilipino yung mga salary nila para mapagpadala dito sa Pilipinas, oo, sa pamilya?
kasi hindi ako medyo traveler. Hindi ako, because when I was in the Philippines, the first thing I thought is if I work in other country, I have to help my parents. That's my reason. That's the purpose of being here abroad. So, at hindi rin kasi ako masyadong magastos when it comes to yeah, sa pera.
Mm.
No. It is not my priority now traveling to another country or to travel, but my priority now is to uh send my brother to finish his college. That's my priority for now. And it's because of my experience in life. When I was a kid, yung bahay namin tumutulo kapag umuulan. And yung parents ko, lagi silang umuutang, marami silang utang sa kung kani-kanino. So, yun yung naisip ko, that's the reason why I am here now. And I have to make sure na maayos yung tutulugan ng parents ko in the Philippines. Hindi na tumutulo yung bubong. So, yun yung it's because of the experience in life. That's why yung expenses, kailangan kong maglagay sa bahay namin to build my house in the Philippines and to provide for my family.
Wow, napakabait. Napakabait na anak, napakabait na kapatid, nagpapaaral ng college, nagpatayo ng
Yeah.
bahay. Okay, so hindi ka magastos, hindi ka mahilig mag-travel, hindi ka. So how do you beat stress? Yung minsan pagod ka na rin, syempre parang gusto mo, hindi ka naman lalabas, hindi ka mahilig. So paano?
Oh,
Ano ginagawa
yeah.
mo? Oo.
Ano ba? Ah, kailangan ko lang maging positive in life. I ignore yun yung natutunan ko when I was in the Philippines. Isa sa mga natutunan ko from one of our administrators in our private school in Binyan, Laguna, na natutunan ko sa kanya na maging positive lang all the time. So, parang kapag may stress,
Mm.
no, I have to calm down, I have to calm and malalagpasan din. That's it.
Hindi kailangan gumastos.
Hindi kailangan.
Congratulations! So, siguro yun ang dapat matutunan ng mga Pilipino kasi yung iba talagang hindi nakakaipon, di ba?
Mm.
Nag-a-abroad,
Oo.
nagtatrabaho, hindi nakakaipon. Di ba? Pero ikaw, lahat ng pera mo intact, lahat ng pera mo na napadala mo sa Pilipinas, and
Yes.
yes, yes, your family is doing well because of your efforts. Congratulations!
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
if there's any advice that you would like to give to the Filipinos who would like to work abroad, what advice would you like would you like to share with them?
First thing is your priority. The reason why. Why are you going to teach abroad? You have to think for that, and you have to remember that all the time. Kung ano yung reason mo kung bakit ka mag-abroad. Is it because of traveling, to earn money and travel to another country? Is it because of your family in the Philippines? So, yeah, those things or those reasons will help you a lot to overcome everything challenges you will face in other country. It will really help you. For example, me, my priority is to send my brother in his college and to build my house in the Philippines because that's my plan really in the future. So that's the reason why. If you have that kind of purpose and if you have that kind of priority, you can make it.
Okay,
You can.
yes, you can make it just like Alfredo Kimura, one of the pioneers of high English training and assessment center.
Thank you.
Congratulations and more blessings to come to you and your family. And I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I have to see you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Oh, thank
you.
you for allowing me to share.
Yes, thank you also. I'm sure that all our students have learned, will learn a lot when they watch this. Thank you,
Yeah,
Alfredo.
thank
See you
you.
soon.
See you.
Thank you.